What's up, everybody? It's the King Twiz coming at you, and welcome back to yet again another quiz. I'm on a quiz frenzy right now. I really enjoy doing these quizzes. You know, they're interesting. The basis of the quiz, the questions that they ask, the end result of it, it's interesting and it's funny. It's not something to take seriously in a way. I guess you could some things. But it's just something in the end where you just kind of laugh at it, or you just like, how'd you get that answer or that result out of the answers I gave you? But this quiz is, can they correctly guess the zodiac sign of you by your answers? I wonder, can they correctly guess my zodiac sign? And I actually heard that what my zodiac sign is that things kind of change, and I don't really know what that is. I don't really know what it is that I'm talking about. I heard something that there was this like an addition maybe to the signs. I'm not sure, or they kind of like not rearrange things, but just I heard that things kind of change when it comes to like the dates of zodiac signs or whatever. But I'm not gonna listen to that. If that is the case, I'm gonna go off of what I believe. Well, not what I believe, but what I guess I last knew my zodiac sign was. So we're gonna take this quiz and we'll see if it matches me up based on my answers to the zodiac sign that I claim to be. And then in the end, I will reveal to you what my true sign is after I get my results. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's answer these questions. First question. I would love to date a famous person because it would be fun and exciting. Now that is true, right? Somebody who's famous, somebody who's rich, you're gonna get attention because they see that you're with that person, and then if they got cash flow just flowing out of them, you can expect to do some very fun things and get some things that you've never dreamed, or things that you have dreamed but were never able to get. So I could understand that would be like, heck yeah, man. But in my life, where I'm currently at in my life, I would have to disagree, because I'm already with the person that I love and we have children together. So this wouldn't, if somebody just famous popped up and was interested in me, I mean, some humans, yeah, they will be like, screw my family and everybody. You're famous and you're rich and you're interested in me. Okay, let's do this. No. So with this very first one, I'd have to strongly disagree, because that would just be horrible, right? All right, so very first one, strongly disagree. I am more sensitive than most other people. I would have to say I'm kind of neutral on that one, because I'm not extremely sensitive and I'm also not extremely insensitive. So I guess I would have to say I'm pretty neutral. Honestly, I would think that I'm kind of like most people, I mean, yeah, you have a sensitivity inside you. I wouldn't say that I would totally agree with that I am a super sensitive person, or disagree with it, and that I'm just this horrible, like, sociopathic kind of person. So I'd have to say I'm neutral on that one, definitely. I would rather stand out in a crowd than blend in. Who wouldn't agree with that? You'd want to kind of stand out. I guess not everybody. If somebody is like, doesn't like, I don't want to say the spotlight or all eyes on them, but they probably would rather kind of blend in and not be like the person pinpointed. But honestly, like, I have no problem being like on the spot in a way. Like, yeah, like I do feel awkward, and I do kind of have like, I have stage fright at this point right now. Like, yeah, definitely standing up on stage and talking amongst people, I would definitely have like that nervousness inside. Who wouldn't? But I would have to say I would like to stand out in the crowd rather than blend in. I would definitely say that. Maybe not strongly agree, but definitely leaning more towards the strong side. Maybe not fully, because at times I probably wouldn't want to stand out. You know what I mean? I would rather stay in than go out to a party. Some of these questions, like, kinda, As I've said before, I'm not a big drinker kind of guy. I mean, when I was in my teens, yeah, partying was like a thing that, you know, that me and my friends and whatever we would go do. That was kind of like, yeah, let's go party, bro, bruh. But as of right now, that's not really the case in my life. I don't really seek out parties anymore. We don't really have like any big parties like at home, or I don't know. And I'm just not a big drinker anymore. Like back in the day, like I'm just so old, but back in the day when I was younger in my teens, liquor and all that stuff, yeah, you know, that's a common thing, you know, get like a half gallon or something like that and some beer and like, let's have a good time. But nowadays, that's just not on my list of things to do. So I would say now, like, I would rather stay in than go out to a party. Unless it was like a family thing, you know what I mean? Or like a celebration of like a friend, or, you know, celebration for anything, you know, not just some random party like, hey, you know what, it's the weekend, I want to go get drunk, let's go do this. That's not me. Like, I don't like to do that at all. That's just not, there's no reason for me to go out to a club or a bar or anything. So let's just say this is a random party and not some big celebration for a friend or a family member or anything like that. It's just like, it's the weekend and I want to go out. Well, I would say I would rather stay in than go out to a party. I would strongly agree with that. I am more attracted to new ideas than old traditions. I would definitely agree with that. I would strongly agree with that. Because most people, you know, you should accept change. You should accept change, new things to come. You shouldn't just be stuck in your ways. I guess with some things it might be good to be stuck in your ways, but I mean, life as we know it as humans, things are always changing. I don't want to jump to 20, but 10, 20 years from now, obviously, like, there's going to be just different things that's going to be a part of our lives. And so it's not a good thing just to be stuck in your ways. It's good to just accept the change and just, you know, see how it is. If it's not good, then you don't got to do it. But I would say, yes, I'm attracted to new ideas. I'm always eager to hear about new things that are happening. Always. I'm extremely competitive. I guess I'm neutral on this. Extremely competitive. I guess it calls for it in the time. With everything that I'm doing, I'm just not extremely competitive. If I notice like something, I'm being kind of general on what I mean by noticing something. Like, I don't want to say that I guess I am kind of saying it. Like, if I notice that, like, if I'm doing something competitive and there's somebody else that, I don't know how to word it, needs the achievement more than me, I guess, then I would totally kind of like simmer down, maybe pull back a little bit and let them enjoy whatever it is. If that was the case, if it was something like that, like, I would, you know, step back and let somebody else, you know, take the spotlight or whatever it is. But I can be extremely competitive, especially if it's something that I know that I'm good at. So I guess it all depends. So I'm neutral when it comes to that. I need to have a lot of sex to feel fully alive. Ugh. I disagree with that. I don't need to have lots of sex to feel fully alive. My life doesn't revolve around sex, intimacy. It's good to be intimate, right? So with my wife, I guess, yeah, you know, like, of course, you know, you need to have these intimate romantic times. You need to have that with your partner. You can't just fall back and just like, ugh. But then again, I'm not a nymphomaniac sex fiend. I would have to strongly disagree with that. I don't need to have a lot of sex to feel fully alive. To feel loved and appreciated and to feel productive. Like, a combination of those things would make me feel fully alive. You know what I mean? Like, those things are more important to me than having lots of sex. Other people may feel differently, right? That's you. If I stay in one place for too long, I get very restless. I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. I would like to get out, stretch my legs, or let's say if I've been cooped up inside the house for like all week, I'm gonna wanna, you know, hop in the car or go for a walk or something like that. So yes, staying in one place for too long, I would get very restless. I would want to, like, let's go for a ride or something like that. So yes, I would strongly agree, maybe kind of pull it back some on that. I feel very anxious when things are not organized the way I like. I would sort of agree with that. Like one notch over. Agree with that. Because, you know, there are times when you try to, like, I don't know. These are very general questions or very general, like, statements right here. But, you know, there are times when you try to organize something. Let's say, like, a party, like my daughter's birthday party. Me and my wife, if we were trying to organize something like that, of course, we would want it to be perfect. But if things aren't, you know what I mean? My wife would be the opposite. If things weren't the exact perfect way that she wanted it, and then we had to just go through with the party anyway, she would feel probably some levels of anxiety with that. But with me, I would, like, yes, I would want it to be like a certain way or something, but then if it just didn't get to that point, like, we didn't have enough time, whatever, I'm just gonna go with the flow of things and still just appreciate, like, what that day means. You know what I mean? So, I would sort of agree with that, but I'm kind of just like, I would enjoy being a celebrity. I guess it has its upsides and it has its downsides, right? I mean, who wouldn't enjoy being a celebrity? Just like the main thing that I would, like, super enjoy would be people not necessarily knowing me and recognizing me, but they, I guess, enjoy the products or, like, the creativity that I put out there. Like, if they watch my videos, if they heard of my music. And if you haven't heard of my music, then I suggest you go to it. ReverbNation.com/DiceyNicey. Yes, my stage rap name is Dicey. That would be like the only thing with, like, being a celebrity. That would be like the only thing that I would want to be recognized for, is like something that they appreciate. Not just the fact that they heard of me or know, like, sort of like who I am or what I do, but if they're truly like, you know, like, I watch your videos, I've heard your music, like, I really enjoy it, like, I love, like, your personality, the kind of human being that you are. You know what I mean? Like, if it was on a level like that, not just like, oh my God, I recognize you, you're Jordan, or whatever name you want to go by for me, like King Twiz or Dicey or whatever. I would want, like, the things that I create to have some sort of impact on their life. You know what I mean? I don't want to just be recognized because you recognize me. I want to be recognized because you appreciate the things that I create. You're a fan of those things that I create. You know, you come back because you really enjoy the things that I create. So with that being said, all of that ish being said, I would have to say, yes, I would enjoy being a celebrity. To a degree. To a degree. When I find someone I connect with, I get kind of clingy. I got some neutral on that. I would say neutral. It's not like when I meet somebody and I really enjoy their company and I feel like, yeah, we have a lot of things in common, you know, like, we get along great. I don't just automatically just boom, you know what I mean? I'm not a kid, I'm not a teenager or anything. Like, I still have that respect to the other person, whether it be like a respect of boundaries or, you know what I mean? And it's not, I don't know, it's kind of weird, like, I get kind of clingy. Because, I mean, I'm married, so, I mean, it's not just like, oh, when I meet a girl that I really like and I'm really attracted to her, oh, I'm just so clingy, I always call her up and blah, blah, blah. But, no, I'm married. I've been married since 2013, and I've known my wife since 2008. So, I mean, there's not that clinginess no more. So I would have to say, when I meet someone, no, I don't get super clingy with them. I don't get super clingy. I'm not calling you all hours of the night. Am I? I need a lot of praise and verbal affection to feel good about myself. Now, I could lie and say no, or be like, oh, I'm kind of in the middle about it. But you know what? I'm gonna lean over a little bit to the agreeing side. Now, I don't strongly agree with this because I don't need, like, everything that I do, I don't need praise and verbal affection to feel good about myself. But every so often, you know, it's good. I mean, everybody should get this a little bit. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing something like creating videos or creating music, or if it's something that you are really good at, like drawing, or I mean, who knows? Playing an instrument, anything. If there's something that you're really good at, you know, you're gonna want people to be like, wow, like the work that you do is really good. Keep up the awesome work. That's gonna make them feel good. It's gonna reinforce their belief in like the thing that they're spending so much time doing. I mean, of course, they would like a praise for it. They would like that verbal affection to keep going. I mean, at one point in my life, when I was way younger and I was really into making like hip hop music, and I was just starting in the beginning, so I didn't have like, I guess, the skills that I've learned along the way up until this point. At that time, I didn't have them. And I was trying to write lyrics and all that, blah, 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 and like learning the method of going with the beat. Obviously, you know, you want to flow with the beat. You don't want to just be all off and then things aren't going to sound catchy and it's just not going to flow right. Well, way back then, I was in the process of learning these things. And honestly, I think it was when I first heard myself like play back the recording of my voice. Up until then, I haven't recorded like anything. It was all about writing and just like learning the basics at that point. But then when I finally got to the step of like, all right, we're going to finally like record the music that we're making, and I heard the playback of my voice for the first time, I was shocked. I was not, God, I can't think of it, impressed. I was not impressed by what I was hearing, you know? And obviously I have like real famous artists that I'm listening to that are my inspiration, you know, and I have like that in my head, and then I hear myself in comparison to the things that I like, and it just wasn't up to par, like at all. So at that point, like I seriously was just like doubting myself. Like I didn't want to make music anymore. I almost just decided like I'm not gonna try to write lyrics for like hip hop anymore. Like it's just obviously like I'm not good at it, so I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead, I guess. I don't know. But I didn't, you know. I let those feelings drain out of me, kind of like got over it, and then I went back to work. And then blah blah blah. Years later, here I am. And I love the stuff that I can create, and I love the sound that I make, and I love the software skills that I've progressed with, you know. Like I went to college for a little bit, community college and a university for a little bit to learn more skills, and it definitely added, I guess, to my repertoire of skills that I can do when it comes to like audio production or making music, making hip hop songs, making rap. So I would definitely sort of, you know, I would lean to agreeing with this, because everybody needs praise every once in a while. Verbal affection, you know, you need that. Or just in daily life, like with my wife, you know, if I do something around the house, you know, not every time I do something, like if I cook dinner, or if I clean, or if I blah, 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 you know, not every time, but every once in a while, it's nice to hear that somebody appreciates what you're doing, right? So boom, boom, a boom, son. I would rather lead than follow. Oh, is that it? All right, that's the last question right there. I would rather lead than follow. I would agree with this, definitely. Because I'm definitely, I don't want to say I'm not a follower, blah, blah, blah. I'm a leader. At times, I definitely see myself as a leader, depending on what it is. A liter of cola. Depending on what it is, I would definitely see myself as a leader. But hypothetically, if it was like in some sort of situation and I noticed that there was another person within the group or whatever that reflected like way more traits to be the leader, or was this like a more better choice, you know, as a leader than me, then I would agree with that. You know, if I could see that and be like, well, this person has more experience of blah, 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 or has these skills, blah, 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 so that would make them better as a leader than me, then I would be more than happy to follow that person. You know what I mean? I'm not, how would you want to say, I'm not power hungry. You know what I mean? I definitely will lead, especially if my skills allow like for me to be an awesome leader. But if there's a person there that has better traits than me, or is just the better leader than me, I have no problem agreeing with that and putting that responsibility on someone else's shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to be understandable about things. You can't just be like, I want to be the leader, man. You guys don't believe in me? Screw you guys, man. No. So I would say halfway. What's halfway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would say what, 3? I would say that. There you go. And survey says, oh, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. No. Especially because my birthday is not in between June and July. You're a fucking liar. Fucking liar. I got cancer. Did I just say that? I got cancer. But I'm fine. I got cancer. You are kind and generous. Well, thank you. See, that's that positivity I was talking about. Reinforce me being an awesome human being. And gravitate to situations where you can be nurturing and supportive. See, I could agree with that. You form very strong emotional bonds with people, but run a high risk of being a bit codependent. In a way, I could agree with this. I could agree with like what it's saying. But it is wrong. It is wrong. I am not a Cancer. What do you think I am? Leave a comment down below telling me what you think I am. No. Really, my zodiac sign is a Sagittarius. My birthday is December 20th of 1991. Not that the year has anything to do with it, but 1991, December 20th. So that would put me into the Sagittarian range right there. So I'm a Sagittarius. Sagittarius, whatever. It thinks I'm Cancer, or a Cancer. You're wrong. You're wrong. Your description of me may be kind of on point, but I'm not a Cancer. Heck no, not a Cancer. And it's funny because it says from the 21st of June up to the 22nd of July, my oldest daughter, Star, her birthday is the 24th of July. So not quite a Cancer, but whatever the heck's after Cancer, that's what she is. So yeah, there you go. I'm a Cancer, but I'm not. I'm a Sagittarius. To all the Sagittariuses out there. Sagittarius army. So, there you go. What type of zodiac sign did they think I am? Even though they're absolutely wrong. I'm a Cancer. But really, I'm a Sagittarius underneath. So, there you go. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for watching this video. And I'll see you. Peace.